Hey you wonderful people, welcome back to Normal Guy Getting By. Today we're going to do something a little bit different because it's on everybody's mind. We're going to talk about the Hallmark Christmas movies. Now, let me tell you, I have a list of things that have been on my mind, and we're going to go through some of them. So, we're going to go to a town called Christmas, Evergreen, Pinesole, anywhere with snow, USA. And usually going to be in the outskirts of nowhere. So, they put their signs so close to the road that people run into them. And then it's either a sign or a fence that they wreck their car into. And usually there is no damage to the car, but it has to go to the shop. And going to the shop means that there's one mechanic and he's not reliable, especially because he's also Santa. The other option is you wrecked into a fence that was owned by the judge of the town or the mayor. And yeah, court's not in session until like a week after Christmas. So you have to be there. You got to go to the tree lighting while you're in jail or just being held without your car because there is not a reliable mechanic. Let me also tell you that there's no reliable parts stores. So AutoZone, Advanced Auto, Napa, you guys take notice. There is no reliable parts stores anywhere near these places that have snow. So you wreck your car into a sign that's too close to the road, you're going to be stuck there for at least a month. Which makes me wonder what happens in these places when it's not Christmas. Because there's 11, maybe, let's just say 10, because people celebrate Christmas very early. There's 10 other months in the year that I'd like to see what happens in Christmas, or Pinesole, or any of these places. So, back to the story. Yeah, so your car's in the shop, there's nobody to help you, they're off fishing, and they're getting ready for Christmas, so they can't fix your car. Not only is that, you're driving a Porsche or a Jaguar or a Mini Cooper and you can't get parts. You have to ship them from overseas. So it's going to be at least a month until the parts come in. That said, now you're in Alaska and you have to fly into wherever you're going because that's what Candace Cameron does. And then she falls in love with the guy that flew her in, and he's the mechanic, and he's probably the carpenter. He's a town handyman. So anyway, yeah, the other thing, okay, we'll get to that later. Sorry, jumping ahead of myself. So, if your name is Holly, Mary, Noel, or Joy, you have a pretty good shot at being a lead role in one of these Hallmark Christmas movies. It's a little smaller for men because you gotta either be named Nick or Santa. But hey, you can pretend. Just tell them your name's Nick or Santa, and then you get a leading role in one of these movies. We're going to get into some of the deceit and lying, because apparently Christmas cannot be complete without lying about who you are, what you're doing, or what your intents are. So another thing you can probably count on is if you're running your dad's business, or you need to be a reporter or a journalist trying to get the scoop on a story. But that comes with lying because you're trying to do what your dad wants you to do, and it is not good for the town, and it's not good for the people of the town. And you start to see that what you're trying to do is not good for anyone. Not good for you especially, because you're going to live there. You are going to spend the rest of your days in Christmas and see what happens there the other 10, 11 days of the year, months of the year. Furthermore, I think with all the boyfriends, love interest that Candace Cameron comes across, we should probably do a reality show where all of these men get together and try to compete for Candace Cameron's love and affection, because there's got to be like 10. So as I was saying, let's get a survivor going for Candace Cameron's love interest so that at least one guy can be happy with her for the rest of his life. in Christmas or Pine Sol or anywhere with snow. So that pretty much sums up the story. You know, you get there, you fall in love with the town, you're stuck there forever. And you can tell some of the people there, the extras, they've been stuck there for years. They fell into the same trap, and they are stuck there with you for the rest of their lives. And they're not happy because you fall in love with the person that they loved in the beginning, and then the man moves on. So anyway, I don't know why there's so much lying and deceit in these Christmas movies, but I guess that's what they need to do to make it interesting. Otherwise, you just have elves running around pulling pranks and little kids frolicking in the snow, and that would just be one interesting movie, and they need to make 20 a year. So just to recap, got people running into signs, bad mechanics, no parts stores, no transportation in or out because of a storm or unreliable mechanics and cars and all that. You're stuck in Christmas and you can't get out. You fall in love with the place. You can't put a resort there because it would destroy the town that you're going to live in for the rest of your life. You fall in love with the guy that everyone else fell in love with in the beginning, and now you're there forever. The trick to the story is you now have to be forgiven in the last 3 minutes of the movie to live the rest of your life happily in Christmas. So, commercial, you have 3 minutes to convince the people that you lied to that it's all good, you're not that person anymore. So good luck with that. 3 minutes, ready, go. Like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy what you just watched. If not, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. See you next time for more. Have a great day.